Guys, yesterday CPI came out exactly as expected and Bitcoin went to $93,000. Right now, a huge bear trap is setting up and I will show you why we don't need to worry about this. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here again. Sorry, today a little bit later. I was at a conference running around a little bit and yeah, now I have a little bit of time. That's why I wanted to make now really quick an update live stream for you to show you what's actually going on. And I can tell you something that was surprising for me. That was when I was looking today at the DXY and saw how the DXY is rallying to the upside, and I had a look why we are actually going so crazy on the DXY, and I'm going to explain it to you here in a moment. But let's first talk about CPI. Yesterday CPI came out and it came out exactly as expected. That's why Bitcoin was rallying to almost $94,000. I wanted almost to say 94 million, but $94,000. Now, over the next couple of months, I think that the CPI will keep losing momentum and will come lower and lower, which will strengthen the US economy. So, and that will of course also have an impact on the dollar index, but CPI is not the reason why the dollar index is on a rampage here to the upside and has now broken a really important resistance level. Because now, if we only move, so if we move back here to 107 points and we move a little bit higher to 107 points, 0.5, it will open up the possibility that the dollar rallies all the way back up to 110 and potentially even 115 points. So now, why is the dollar gaining here so much strength over the last couple, over the last 2 weeks, basically? The reason for that is Trump's election as president. He has so many new policies in place to make America a really strong economy again, and that gives confidence to the markets right now. And that's why a lot of people are shifting back for trading into the dollar. For example, now, that might not concern BRICS countries because they have now their own agreement and all of that. But other countries that were potentially doing business with these BRICS countries in their whatever currency that they wanted to use are going back now to the dollar and trading with the US. And this is the reason why we see here that huge run in the DXY right now. You can also look it up, just Google dollar index getting stronger, and then you're gonna find that basically every article is talking about that Trump's policies are right now the reason that we are here on a run like this, and this might not stop for the rest of the month, potentially even lasting as long as going into the next year potentially. So then I wanted to see where retail is right now when it comes to Bitcoin. And a good indication for that is always when you go to Google Trends. Sorry, this is in German. I don't know why this was now in German. Is when we go to Google Trends and see if Bitcoin starts to trend here again. And look at this. So here we're at 73% of 100. So we are almost breaking here into all-time high territory again from 2021. So the last time that we were that high here on Google Trends was 2021. On Saturday, when that line here is plotted completely and not here just dotted, then we have the confirmation that retail is definitely right now massively interested in Bitcoin again, which is not a big surprise, you know. So Bitcoin was at $93,000, almost $100,000. This is the same in 2017 when it hit $10,000. You know, I was there. That was my second bull run in 2017. Every news media station, TV broadcaster, everybody was talking about for like 3 weeks. Bitcoin broke $10,000. Then when Bitcoin hit $15,000, basically every $1,000 step, it came up in the news again. So and this will be the same now when Bitcoin goes to like $100,000, $110,000, $120,000. Same playbook all over again. And of course, this is turning heads now in the retail market, and people are like, oh shit, this is now $90,000. This was 3 weeks. That was 3 months ago, $50,000. What's going on? You know. So and this is good for us because retail is always how do I put that? Retail is always coming late to the party, which is good for us as the investors that was sticking around here the whole bear market, and we can offload our bags then to retail, and they can keep holding it then for another 3-4 years into the next run. So, but this is actually not what we want. You know, we want to onboard them, make them into long-term holders. But you know, if you come late to the party and there are no drinks anymore because you are late, it's your own fault. You know, and here's the same thing. If you come late to the party, potentially you have to wait until the next party, you know, that you can party with everybody. And this is what's usually happening here. So here the CME chart, you see now what I was predicting here since the weekend, that when we are not coming back within 3 days to the CME gap, Bitcoin doesn't care and just keeps going higher. This is exactly what we are seeing here right now. So I'm not really surprised about that. And the only question is now, when do we come back and fill this? And I have a hunch that this will not happen until potentially January, February next year. Why around that time frame? Actually, February. This here's my prediction when this is going to get filled, and when we have a major pullback that will get us into the CME gap. Mark my words, Chinese New Year. Google it. Google it, what happens with the markets, all markets. Chinese New Year, February. Every Chinese person for Chinese New Year sells whatever they can to have as much money as possible to celebrate Chinese New Year. They sell everything. They sell stuff that they don't need anymore. They sell gold, silver, crypto, stocks, whatever they can sell to have money to party for Chinese New Year, they sell it. And every year in that period, the markets are coming down. I predict in February that will be the point where we fill the CME gap. And until then, it will stay here. The only question is, how high is Bitcoin going to go before we are crashing back down there? So, and that, here's something else that you need to factor in at that point. Let's say Bitcoin really manages until New Year to move now, let's say to $120,000. $120,000 to the CME gap. Oh, surprise! This is an absolutely normal Bitcoin bull run correction, 30%, as we usually get them in a bull run. So I think it makes a lot of sense. I can be wrong here, but from my experience, it makes a lot of sense to me that this remains open until February, and if we would be around $120,000, we get an absolutely normal 20-30% correction into the CME gap, while Bitcoin is then trading over $100,000. So if we would be past 130, let it be $140,000, $150,000, if we're in that region, then my thesis will be wrong, because the drop will be too big. I don't think that we're gonna get like a 50% correction to fill this gap down here. It has to happen before we are breaking above $120,000, and it has to happen before. Now, when we're looking at my Bitcoin trade, I opened a new one actually because yesterday again, when we went to the upside, my trade went into profit. So I'm almost having here now $500,000 on ZoomX. You guys know 2 weeks ago I started here with $100,000, so I made almost $400,000 profit here on this account in 2 weeks, which is insane. I think I can manage to get us to $1 million by Christmas. This will be my Christmas present for myself that I made within a month, or let it be 6 weeks. Within 6 weeks, that I made $1 million here on ZoomX. So now the really important thing is, guys, if you would have taken every single trade with me together here on ZoomX, you would have already almost 5x'd your capital. Doesn't matter the number, $1,000, 10,000, 20,000. You could have 5x'd your money already. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do another 2x, and then until my birthday in May, I'm gonna do another 10x on this account. So you should here trade with me on ZoomX. Sign up with the link in the description below, and also on yesterday's video on the comment below, there's also a link. If you sign up, deposit $100, open one single trade for $1, in, out, doesn't matter. You stand a chance to win $500 here. I'm gonna give away $500 again on Sunday on ZoomX because for this week I have already given away everything. I have to check with ZoomX, potentially I have, because I gave yesterday $500 away. But make sure that you have a ZoomX account because as you can see, I'm trading Bitcoin trades mainly right now here on ZoomX. Now when we go into the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin has left the trading range momentarily, I have to say, momentarily. I'm not that convinced that Bitcoin will start pushing higher from here into a new range yet. So why am I saying this? Because if I go to the 4-hourly chart, then you can clearly see that we have right now here a bearish divergence going on. So this bearish divergence has not played out yet. It might start to play out right now, but it will be invalidated if we break this upward sloping trend line and price moves higher, and if the downward sloping trend line on the RSI gets also broken. So here are some indications that this might actually be happening because the stochastic RSI gave us a buy signal. On the MACD is not really a lot of selling going on, and here the new 4-hourly candle just flipped green and looks like to wants to push higher. So but for the confirmation that this is actually going to happen, we need to move definitely above the upward sloping trend line here, above $92,000 approximately, and also of course close that candle. So but if this 4-hourly candle breaks above and we close it, and at the same time the RSI moves a little bit higher and gets also above that downward sloping trend line, then the bearish divergence will be invalidated, and we know Bitcoin is going higher from here and is ignoring that bearish divergence. And then you can focus on the stochastic RSI, because once the stochastic RSI hits then 100%, that might be then the moment where we get the smaller correction again. So because you see here, for example, same thing, we hit 100%, we got a sell signal. What happened? We dropped down. So we dropped $4,000 to the downside, 5%. So this is most likely then happening here once again. So, but you should be careful because even if this is going to happen, if we come down here, this will be a really, really short-lived bear trap in my opinion. So this is the move yesterday here to the downside, the day before that. These are not the pullbacks that I'm waiting for, guys. You know, the pullback that I'm waiting for will bring us a little bit below $85,000. So this is still in the cards, guys. You know, so this is still in the cards. There must be like a 8 to 10% move to the downside, and then we get further continuation. So this has not played out yet. So and why do I say this? Because this is the trajectory of the current price action. So as you can see here, we came here already up. So we potentially move here to $96,000. Remember, there is a Fibonacci level that I've shown, a Fibonacci extension level up here. Then we get from there rejected, we come back down, So here with a wick potentially into like 84, 85, then this underlying demand area will act as support. So the candle will close above this, and then we continue higher and break potentially then past $100,000. So, and here the best trade setup that you can have right now is that you have actually limit orders in this area here already ready for that move when it's happening. So the other thing that what you can do right now is, so here's what I would do right now. I would take 50% of the money that I want to put into this trade and set my limit orders there, and I would then go to another exchange, and there I would market buy when we break $92,000. Once we break $92,000, there you market buy. Now you have on two different platforms, two different trades, and that on that one on $92,000, you trade this into $96,000. Set only a stop loss then to 92, and you let it run, because there is a small chance that we move a little bit higher past the Fibonacci level and potentially touch $100,000, and that's when you want to close the position. So now you have almost a 10% move between $92,000, sorry, an 8% move and $100,000. So now if you put the 50x, if you put 10x leverage on this, you make 100% on the money that you put in. Let's say you take $10,000, you make almost $10,000 on this trade setup. That's how I would play this. So, and don't forget, this is only 50% of your 100% that you want to allocate into a Bitcoin play, because the other 50% are on the other platform for that limit order down here. So, and that is how you can take both plays, or how you can catch both plays, yeah, at the same time. So, and whatever happens first, you in any case will make money. That's how I would do that. Now, when we look at the MDX algo gradient, here what I can see right now is that the candles start to cool down a little bit while we are ranging. So, and that is actually pretty good, that they are cooling down, because they are not super dark red here anymore. Look here on that run up. See, this is dark red. This is now pinkish red, and from pinkish red we go back into purple, and from purple usually we find momentum to push higher. And here also the reactor indicator starts also to come down here. Soon the color will flip. So here also we are cooling down because we are ranging and waiting for that range to settle in for continuation shortly afterwards. So I'm not saying we cannot continue to move higher from here, but it would be definitely healthy if we start ranging here a little bit between, let it be $89,000 and $94,000 if we start ranging here for a while, because then altcoins can actually catch up. Now, on the liquidation levels here, nothing has changed here. The high leverage liquidity is still down, sitting down below here. Again, confluence, guys, why I believe we need to get a move to like $84,000, $83,000 to take out everybody that is over leveraged in that area over here. So this area will get invalidated when more and more high leverage trades start building up in this area from $87,000 to $89,000. So then this this magnet basically moves then up and will move here into this area. So, but until now, there's like, what is this? There are some 50x long positions currently sitting here, but not a lot. But this area here is still the area of interest, and is right now definitely a target for a move to the downside. So, and again, it is in alignment also with the midsection of the EMA ribbon. Then when it comes to the liquidation heat map, here you see we took everything out exactly as I told you guys that when we move up here that we get a short squeeze, and that's exactly what happened. Moved all the way up here into $93,500. Now, okay, that was just a bot. I want to have a look here. No, that's last 24 hours. Let's see. Here, the highest concentrated area that has built up over the last 24 hours is right now around $89,000. See again why I'm saying we should start ranging between 89 and 94 is because also here the top area where we have still some liquidity sitting is around $94,000. So that's why I did not have a look before I started the stream. So, but you see now from my experience how accurate I can predict these kind of things without actually looking at a chart like this, you know. So I did not know that liquidity is exactly in that range right now. It just made sense to me that Bitcoin should start ranging in this area. So if you have liquidity in an area like this that can be taken out, and you have below then for a long time nothing and above a long time nothing, then you know, okay, this is an area where people are interested to potentially trading in. Hence why I came up with these numbers before I actually had a look on this chart here. So here we could get another short squeeze when we break above $92,200 all the way up then to $93,600, and I think from there we are going to start to range. Maybe we get a wick into 94 and then we should start ranging. But here's the thing: when you have price so close to a super round number like $100,000, it can get quite volatile because the psychology of humans tends to then to push us closer to that round number, you know, because everybody says, oh, it's so close, you know, and people start buying, FOMOing into the market and pushing automatically the price closer to that number, you know. So just something that that you should also definitely keep in your mind. Now, the Bitcoin dominance is absolutely on a rampage here. Now I have marked out the last big resistance area for the dominance, and we are currently touching it. So there is a possibility that when Bitcoin starts running now again, that we will actually step into this, and at some point here in this area, here in this whole resistance area, there we're going to find the rejection that we are looking for to drop in the Bitcoin dominance. Because I was just interested, I wanted to see, okay, so when we break now higher, where is it finally going to stop? Because I want my altcoin backs to start to go up, you know. So, and they cannot massively go up as long as the Bitcoin dominance is on a rampage here to the upside. So, but this is a huge former support area, now resistance. Let me actually show it to you. So look here. Here, when the dominance started out, the first time we got supported here, then it broke down, then we had a deviation. Here it was resistance, here support, then it turned again into resistance, then again support, here resistance. So you see that is a really important key area that the dominance is touching right now, and it should act as resistance. So if it does act as resistance, then we know, okay, we're gonna get our rejection from here, and that's the moment where the dominance will start dropping massively to the downside. If you want to trade altcoins with me, guys, and also on Bybit, get $500 absolutely for free by just depositing $100. You get a $500 airdrop position on any of these coins. I will actually ask Bybit if we can get a little bit more coins than the coins that are here. But trust me, guys, on these coins you can make a lot of money, especially on FDM currently, and I also want to show you that here in a moment, and also on Jupiter and on Doge. You could have already made like insane amounts of money here with us together. It's really easy to claim the position. You just deposit $100, claim the voucher, use the voucher out of the rewards hub, and all the profits that we make it together, they belong to you on that position. You can withdraw them by your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever, you know, go for a dinner and enjoy all the profits of this. Now, before we move on with Ethereum, and I have actually to start the, how to say that, I have to turn up a notch the pace here that I'm going through everything, because the stream otherwise will take too long. So, but I want to have a quick look here in the chat what's going on here. No, Solana will not retest $162. Not at least not in the in the short term. It's not going to happen, guys. So 1 second. Okay. So now let me go back here. Guys, 314 people on the stream. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. Guys, if you want that more people actually can see the stream, hit the like button. Destroy the like button, guys, because the more likes I get on the video, the more YouTube is going to push that stream to other people. So I will be only here potentially for another 10 minutes. But in this 10 minutes, guys, smash up the like button as much as you can right now. And now let's talk here really quick about Ethereum. So here you see another prediction of mine that was highly accurate. When I told you a week ago, we will come up here to $3,400 and then Ethereum will start to pull back. And this is exactly what's happening here right now. We even retested it as resistance. That's why I told you guys, I know that there's strong resistance and that we most likely get rejected from here. We got a small bounce from $3,100. And I think that might have been the bounce area, because the stochastic is already turning around, the RSI is slightly turning up, and the MACD is not really bearish. And that, yeah, just because of these simple facts and how the price is ranging here, leads me to think that there might be another retest at some point. A quick one, just a wick down here to $3,100 to touch also the EMA ribbon at the same time, and then it will just go to the upside in direction of $4,000 really quickly, really quickly, guys. So if you look for an Ethereum trade, there's also multiple ways how you can trade this. Sorry, this is a 12-hourly chart. So, but here on the 4-hourly chart, we got now already the retest of the EMA ribbon. So this. Let's see here, at $3,233 would be a level where I would enter a position. Or if we come a little bit lower, if we come back here, like I said, to $3,100, then I would also enter here. Like I said, there might be one more quick move to the downside before we move here to the upside. But if that move is not coming, $3,233, that's where you want to get in, and you hold this until $4,000. Trust me, $4,000 is coming in the next 3 weeks. Mark my words. Next 3 weeks, $4,000. That is almost a 30% move. If you trade this only with 10x leverage, you make 3x the money that you put on this trade in 3 weeks. Now, if you only take $2,000, you make $6,000. Show me a job, like a 9-to-5 job. Show me a 9-to-5 job where you don't have to work like crazy and you make $6,000. You don't hurt your back, that you later need a massage, need to go to chiropractica or whatever, and where you actually don't really need to work so much, So you can place the trade, get in, and you go 3 weeks to the beach, So show me a job where you can do this, and at the end of the 3 weeks, you come back with $6,000. Now, Solana also is riding the EMA ribbon. We got a retest here already. And remember what I told you guys? I told you Solana will not break below the golden ratio here. And that's also exactly what we saw here. We are riding the EMA ribbon currently. Here, I don't like, honestly, how the stochastic RSI is looking, because the way that this is looking can easily turn to the downside, but will not lead now to a massive engulfing candle to like $190 or something like that. Most likely it will result just to a move back into the midsection of the EMA ribbon to like $210, $209, which is like 3-4% to the downside, and then we are keep going here in direction of $260. Don't forget, when we touch here $260, we are at a new all-time high for Solana, and then Solana will go really, really crazy. And I can also tell you already, Solana will break the same moment that Ethereum will be over $4,000. Solana will be $300 plus. I had today a look at WIF. Remember, I'm not sure if I shared a WIF trade with you guys. I had a WIF trade 2 weeks ago, I think, 10 days ago, something like that. And I opened this trade at $2. And you know what? I thought I'm smart if I close it at $3. Now we moved yesterday to almost $5, $4.48. I saw this earlier today, and when WIF was at $4, I did not even see that we were here almost at $5. I only saw $4 something, and I look at it and I was like, holy shit! If I would have held my trade, I would have made so much more money. So, but this is a bull market, guys. You know, sometimes things like this just happen here. So, but what I want to say here, guys, and what I want to show you here again is here we moved already into the 2.618, and you see that we are moving here to the downside now. Here again, the area from where WIF is going to bounce most likely is the 1.618. Once price moves past the first golden ratio here and goes into the extensions, the 0.382 becomes obsolete, and as soon as we break the 1.618, this turns into the 0.382 then up here as a bounce level. So price usually comes back into this extension level and bounces from here to get continuation to the upside. So here, if you want to trade WIF into a new all-time high, which might also happen really, really soon with Solana rampaging to the upside, trust me, if Solana is like past $300, WIF will be $8, $9, potentially $10, something like this. So I definitely want to have some exposure to WIF. And I have set limit orders already at $3.65 all the way down to $3.50. I have layered again multiple orders here to make sure when WIF is coming down that I will get filled and get the continuation to the upside. And I'm holding this at least into a new all-time high for Solana. And from that all-time high, I'm going to see how much Solana is going to pull back. And then I'm going to decide if I want to keep holding this WIF trade a little bit longer, or if I will close it and find a new entry. It all depends on how fast and how high Solana is going into that new all-time high. Now, I have actually opened a Sui trade, as I told you guys yesterday, here on AlphaX. Remember, guys, on AlphaX you get $100 absolutely for free just for signing up there. And you stand also a chance to win $500 on AlphaX. I will give away $500 on AlphaX tomorrow. So make sure that you have an account. You have again 24 hours to basically sign up there. Tomorrow I will make a video 3-4 hours earlier than I did today, I think. Will be 3 hours earlier. Yes, 3 hours earlier. So you have 21 hours. You have 21 hours to get your account here to potentially stand a chance to win $500 that you can trade with on this platform. So you see here my Solana trade is doing well. I am not trading with insane amount of money here, but I did this to show you, and I keep trading on AlphaX here the whole bull run. And I guarantee you, I will end up with a good 6-figure amount from AlphaX trading. So when I open here a trade, trust me guys, you want to follow me here, because you see I'm trading right now only with $300. And I showed a friend of mine a couple days ago how I took $200 without crazy leverage. I was using 5-10x leverage. Within 2 days, I had $1,200 and paid my new iPhone with this. And I bought another one that I'm going to give away on Instagram to all my followers there. So, but this one here is now an iPhone 16 Pro. So, and this I bought from profits that I made within 2 days from $200 trading into $1,200. So just to show you that if you trade actively and you keep compounding your profits, this can spiral really, really quickly and really, really big into big amounts, even if you don't use crazy leverage. And it was not many trades. I was having 3 or 4 trades, something like this. In 3, 4 trades, that's where I made all that money. So, and here, just to show you that you can do this too, just follow the trades that I make here on AlphaX if you have not crazy amounts of money, you know. So this is for people that have like, let's say you have only $300-400, you know. So then the trades on AlphaX are the trades that you want to follow, and you will more or less end up with the same amount of money that I will have by the end of the bull run on AlphaX. So now TIA Celestia gives me a little bit of a headache. Because we come down here to retest multiple times here now the 0.382 level, but the higher time frames also suggesting finally that in the next 24 hours we might get here a turnaround back into the golden ratio up here. So because stochastic is at the bottom, MACD currently bearish, but not too bearish, and the RSI is about to turn around and make an upswing back to the back into higher levels. So I think here the downside is now limited for Celestia, and we are about to bottom out here and move back to the upside. And here also something really, really important. Celestia is known for to make crazy moves like that really, really often. Look here, there are also candle like this. So, and I'm waiting for a candle like this on Celestia. So, and it can happen any moment, out of nowhere. You know, Celestia likes to do this. See here also over here, big candles, big candles. I think we are really close to a move like this. You know, so if we get a move like this, it will go past the golden ratio, potentially all the way up here into $5.83. So if you want to open a Celestia trade, wait that we reclaim $5. Once we're above $5 with a closed 12-hourly candle, potentially right now the current candle might be this candle. That's when you want to enter, because I believe once we reclaim $5, Celestia will not come back again below $5 if we have a 12-hourly candle closed there. Then quickly Arbitrum also got a bounce from the golden ratio. Not surprising to me, you know, that we got a bounce from here. Currently still good to enter if you want to enter this, and this you can hold into what is this? I would hold this into $1.15. That's the level that I would be looking out for. So, and here you make almost 100% on that move, even from current levels. So from current levels here, yeah, see, this is a 90% move. So again, a little bit of leverage, 3-5x, more than enough. But here on the 4-hourly chart, we look a little bit bearish, I must say. Let's see what the higher time frames are suggesting. The daily looks actually good. 12-hourly also turning around. Okay, maybe give it 12-16 hours, and then it might completely turn around. I just don't like the current 12-hourly candle on the daily, on the 1-hourly. Let the MACD flip around. When the MACD flips around and prints the next lighter red candle, that's where I would enter, regardless where the price is. That's how I would do it. Then near getting closer to the downward sloping trend line, once we are there, at the top of the downward sloping trend line, that's where I'm going to open a massive near position, because I know where the next target is, guys. We all know it. It's up here, $7. That is a 30% move to the upside, and I will definitely take advantage of that move here. So, or the other way to do this is if we get a 4-hourly close above here, $5.28. Sorry, $5.26. A 4 and a 12-hourly candle close above $5.26. There I might start to pile into a position. The next one, FDM. Also getting supported from the golden ratio here. Also, any moment we are going to get a bounce. This is right now a good moment to enter, because also here, the next move, golden extension, 95 cents. That is a 40, almost, yeah, it's a 35% move to the upside. A 35% move. I'm already in. and just waiting for FTM to pop here to the upside. Here on 12-hourly chart, you see stochastic about to give a buy signal, not a lot of selling pressure on the MACD. RSI goes sideways, starts right now to turn around. So also here, I think downside is limited. Bears running out of time to push it lower, and it's time to push it back to the upside. The next one, Telegram. Telegram is just consolidating and ranging on the 4-hourly chart, which is fine and not really surprising to me for a really simple reason. We are close to the downward sloping trend line here, and when we get close to these big major resistance lines that we haven't broken in a couple of months, it is absolutely normal that price is consolidating below to gain momentum to jump then to the upside. So here, see this like a coil that's coiling up, and once you release the coil, it springs to the upside. So this is basically what's happening here. You know, the price action is consolidating to coil up, the momentum that's needed to break through, and then it just shoots to the upside. So if you want here to get into a ton position, I would enter either at $5.48 when we break here this overhead resistance, but have a tight stop loss because we are so close to that downward sloping trend line, or if we get a retest of like $5.15, that's also a good level where I would enter and trade to stand back to the upside. Also here into the golden ratio first, $6.14. SUI broke to the upside. Here we almost touched $3.60 as I predicted it. We got really close to it. We are still riding the 9 moving average here on the 4-hourly chart. As long as we keep getting supported from that moving average, SUI will keep moving higher. You see how it's basically riding the 9 moving average and moves here slowly, gradually into higher price levels. Hence why I told you guys yesterday already to open a SUI trade. I think I said at $3.12, $3.20, I cannot remember. I have to go and check, but it was around these levels where I told you guys to get in. So if you would have listened, you would be now sitting already at a really nice chunk of profit. So I still reckon we're gonna break $3.63 actually, $3.63. But before Monday, Tuesday, I think before Monday, Tuesday, we are going to touch the 2.618 Fibonacci extension level, and then again from there we are going to get a correction into the golden ratio down here, the 1.618, and from there we move past $3.63 and we'll move into $4. Past $4 also really quickly. ICP is bouncing off the 0.382 level that was at $8.12. So we touched it yesterday. We were close to touch it today again. The reason why we came back down is that downward sloping trend line here. You see that rejection that we got. First we found support, and then we ran into another resistance level and got smashed back to the downside below the golden ratio. So now the 0.382 is the bounce level. On the daily, we are not looking all too bad. The stochastic is about to turn around. MACD is also looking okay. We are still bullish on the MACD and might get here a continuation candle by tomorrow. And the RSI, the stochastic RSI will also at that moment turn around because the lower time frames are already turning around. Look here, 12-hourly chart about to print a buy signal. 4-hourly chart about to print a buy signal. The MACD the same. And here also a doji candle in a demand area, which is usually a signal that the next candle is pushing into higher levels. And guys, that's it for today already. I will have a really quick look for a minute into the chat here again. Is this from today or is this from which is this? This looks like it is from today. Is this the chat from today? I have 2 chat windows, one from yesterday, one from today. No, this was not from today. This is today. Oh, Bitcoin moving up? No, Bitcoin not. not really moving up right now. So let me go back to the chat. Jasmy, Jasmy, I forgot what Jasmy is doing. I forgot what the project is doing, but I think it did something with AI, and that's why it's pumping. So let me actually have a look. If you guys say Jasmy is pumping like crazy, now I'm curious before I leave. But then I really need to leave. Now I might be curious here. 4-hourly chart. So since yesterday, from almost 2 cents, it did not pump like crazy. It pumped like 15% from that bottom here. Okay, 24%. So this is not crazy, guys. So in a bull run, this is nothing. This is absolutely nothing, guys. So, and you see where we get rejected. Here's a supply area. There are some sell orders. Previously, also price action got rejected from here. But as you can see, I have also here that downward sloping trend line. This got broken. I would enter this. If you want to make money on spot and potentially not on leverage, because Jasmy is highly volatile, even on 3x, it can be dangerous. Maybe use 2x. You know, if you want to have the tickling feeling and that adrenaline rush that you are gambling here a little bit with low risk, you know, which makes it highly improbable that you will get liquidated. Use 2x leverage, guys. 2x leverage, because once we break here above 2 cents and 3.7, we're gonna get a moonshot in direction of 3 cents on Jasmy. I can tell you that. There will be a moonshot. So in that moonshot will be like a 40% move almost to the upside. Because look here, there's there. This is the target, guys, of that move now. This is the major target here. That needs to be taken out. So this can happen quickly, you know. So Jasmy also 2-3 weeks, maybe faster than that. I have seen something on Jasmy like this happening in a week. So here is definitely a good move looming right now. So, but we need to break here 2 cents and 3.7 for this to play out. But of course here, that rounding shape that we have currently, that rounding bottom is already a good indication for momentum right now building up to go to the upside. Guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and let's make